بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمد ونصلي على رسول الكريم اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب زدني علما وارزقني الرحمة رب يسر ولا تؤثر وتممه بالخير وبك نستعين يا فتاح يا فتاح يا عليم يا عليم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today we're going to commence with the kitab. We're going to start Kitab al-Iman. What does Iman mean? Iman means to believe, to confirm, to accept, and to concede. To believe, to confirm, to accept the deen, right? In the terminology of the Sharia, Iman is to admit and to believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one and there is nobody worthy of worship besides Allah. And all his sifat are true. All the sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are true. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is his last messenger and he is the prophet whose being is the truthful and confirmed. He is the last messenger and is confirmed and is truthful. The last religion to come is Islam. So part of believing, part of Iman is to believe that the last religion to come, the last code of conduct is Islam. And there's no doubt, not even an iota of doubt. So that is Iman. Iman is of three parts. The first one, tasdeeq bil qalb, confirmation of the heart. That is confirmation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's unity, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's risala, and the truth of the religion. The heart and mind should be at peace with this confirmation and belief. That's the first part. The second part, iqrar bil lisan, acknowledgement with the tongue, which is to declare that confirmation with the tongue and to confess and to admit it with the tongue. One is you believe in the heart. The second one is to commit it, to confirm it with the tongue. And then the third one is amal bil arkan, to do the action with the limbs, to carry out the action, which is to put into action the commands of the religion and the Sharia, and also following the guidance of Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam. These three parts together perfect Iman. So what is the difference between Iman and Islam? Iman and Islam. In a nutshell, apparently both these words are synonyms, meaning they go together. However, Iman is generally used for inward confirmation by the heart. Iman, inward confirmation by the heart, whilst Islam generally signifies an open and outward obedience. We may say that to believe in Allah's unity, the Messenger, the Risala, and the Sharia inwardly, at heart, and in the mind, that is Iman. The demonstration of this inward condition by the limbs, by the tongue, that is Islam. To admit, that is Islam. Some people have compared Iman and Islam to the two kalimas. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. The kalima shahada, that is the testimony to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's oneness, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is alone. And the testimony for Muhammadur Rasulullah. And this kalima goes interlocked. It goes together. So that's how Iman and Islam goes together. Iman is to believe. Not merely to know or to be aware. It's to believe, to firmly believe. You know something and you believe something. It's two different things. A man may know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one and that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the true and last messenger. and he brought the religion. But that does not necessarily mean he believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and he believes in Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He knows that Allah is one. He knows that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, but he does not believe in it. So the fact that he knows does not mean that he has iman. But when he believes in it, now he has iman. When Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wasallam came and brought Islam, the Arabs all believed that they believed in the previous book. They believed that they knew that there was one supreme Allah, but they still believed in the. We're starting now. We. Okay, when Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam came, then the Arabs, although they believed in idols, they still knew that there was one supreme Allah above them. And they knew that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam was truthful, but they found it hard to believe, to confirm, but they knew it. So that's the difference between knowing and believing. So sometimes it's necessary to make it known. When besides just believing in the heart, you must also proclaim the kalima out loudly, right? But certain times it's not necessary to make it known. Like a person that cannot speak. So we will not say that because he cannot speak and he cannot proclaim the kalima out loudly, there's no iqrar bil lisan. Then tasdeeq bil qalb is there. He won't be able to make iqrar bil lisan because he doesn't know how to speak. Or maybe even if he doesn't know how to, if he's a deaf person also can't speak. So iqrar bil lisan will not be there, but we'll accept his tasdeeq bil qalb. He'll have to do his actions.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عن عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه قال: بيننا نحن عند رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ذات يوم إذا طلع علينا رجل شديد بيضاء الثياب بياض الثياب شديد سواد الشعر لا يرى عليه أثر السفر. So Ibn Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu narrates that whilst we were with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam one day, when a man came to us whose clothes was severely white and whose hair was severely black, and there was no other of travel, there was no effects of travel which was seen on him. لا يعرفه منا أحد, and none from us knew him. حتى جلس إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, until he sat by Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم فأسند ركبتيه إلى ركبتيه. So he leaned his knees against the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم's knees. ووضع كفيه على فخذيه, and he placed his hand on his thighs. وقال يا محمد أخبرني عن الإسلام. And he said, "O Muhammad, inform me about Islam." قال الإسلام أن تشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمد رسول الله. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that Islam is that, to testify that there is none worthy of worship besides Allah and that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is his messenger. وتقيم الصلاة وتؤتي الزكاة, and to establish salah and to fulfill zakah. وتصوم رمضان, and to fast in the month of Ramadan. وتحج البيت إن استطعت إليه سبيلا, and to make hajj to the Kaaba if one is able to take on the journey. قال صدقت. So Jibreel alayhi salam said that is the truth. فعجبنا له, so we were amazed with that. يسأله ويصدقه, he asked the question and he affirmed it. قال فأخبرني عن الإيمان, عن الإيمان. So he said that inform me about Iman. وقال أن تؤمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم الآخر وتؤمن بالقدر خيره وشره. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Iman is to believe in Allah and His Malaika and His angels and His books and His prophets and His messengers and the day in the last day, and to believe in the destiny, good and bad. قال صدقت. So he said that you have spoken the truth. قال فأخبرني عن الإحسان. So he said, inform me about إحسان. قال أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك. So he said, inform me about ihsan. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, ihsan is that you worship Allah as though you can see him, and if you cannot see him, then it is as though he sees you. قال فأخبرني عن الساعة. So he said, inform me about this, the hour. قال ما المسؤول عنها بأعلم من السائل. So he said, the one who is asking the question is as knowledgeable as the one who is answering, the one who asked it. قال فأخبرني عن أماراتها. So he said, inform me about its signs. قال أن تلد الأمة ربتها, that a servant will give birth to her master. وأن ترى الحفاة العراة العالة رعاء الشاء يتطاولون في البنيان, and that the barefooted, naked, poor shepherd by in building the tallest of buildings. قال ثم انطلق فلبثت مليا. So then he narrates that that person left. فلبثت مليا, so I remained for a while. ثم قال لي, the Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم said to me, يا عمر أتدري من السائل? Oh Umar, do you know who was the questioner? قلت الله ورسوله أعلم. So I said, Allah and His Messenger know. قال فإنه جبريل أتاكم يعلمكم دينكم رواه مسلم. So he said that indeed that was Jibreel alayhi salam. He came to you to teach you. He came to you to teach you your deen. Muslim, and this is the right of Muslim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is known as Hadith Jibreel. So inshallah we will carry on from here tomorrow.